Welcome to Data Pandit. Today we are going to talk about partitioning concept in Abinitio. So we have already talked about parallel processing in Abinitio in one of the earlier video series. Today we are more focusing on how partitioning works in Abinitio. And this is a very popular and important subject to discuss when we compare Abinitio with any other ETL tool or to process our data efficiently. Okay. When we talk about data parallelism, to achieve the data parallelism, we need to have some kind of, ability to process the a single task in a parallel manner, in a simultaneous manner. Okay. So how our components works? Like we have the data to process, and then we have components and the data flows from one component to another in sequence or probably parallel depending upon the circumstances or depending upon the use case, right, without impacting our target goal, right. So we have to employ so when we talk about data parallelism, so we need to divide the work divide the work for different compute nodes so that both the nodes can work on the same data parallelly. In fact, different data in actual, but the same data sets in parallel and do the job, very efficiently and very fast. So whenever we talk about data parallelism, what we do is we have a, if we talk, we have to have some kind of, separate locations where our graph or a component can run and do their internal processing. So one way to achieve is using multi-file system, or could be a set of serial systems, serial data layout, right? Serial files. So when we talk multi-file systems, then we have data partitions and the control partition. So control partition we are specifying in the layout of the any processing component, and that way that component will run in parallel for many locations instead of if it is processing serially, it will be using the same location. So when we talk about data parallelism, then layout concept comes. So what is the layout? So layout is when we specify layout in a particular component. So layout means, so depending upon the depth of the layout, the component will will create those many processes. We have a 8-way layout, 8 parallel processes would be created, and also the work-related files or the intermediate files or the working files of which we are not able to see when the graph runs. So those files would be stored in that location. So the layout specify how many parallels or how many same same images of a component would be running for a particular component, and also the where the intermediate storage is going to happen. So this is the layout. Then skew comes into picture. So whenever we partition the data, mostly when we partition the data based on some key, and our data is skewed, right? Let's say we have 10 records, and all the 6 records are, six records are having same key, same key, and another 4 record is having 111 record in other 4 different keys. So we have 5 groups. So one group having 6 records and another having 111 records. So this is highly skewed data. It's more in one side actually. So when we do partition by key, the data would be, the 6 records would be going into the one partition, and there will be a biased thing. So, okay, so that is, uneven distribution of the records among the partitions, right? Among the keys or key groups or partitions, that is called skew. Then there will be memory. Memory comes into picture because whenever we are processing parallelly, we would be going to need much more memory, that we also need to think of how best we can utilize the available memory, right? And then CPU cycle. So how best we can use the different nodes to employ them working parallelly, right? And so let's talk about what are the majorly used partitioning components. We have a majorly used partitioning component. If we do not have, a use case related to any keys or something, right? Key based, components or key based processing, then we use partition by route robin. Or if we want to minimize the skew of the data, right, then we use partition by round robin. And if we have to process key based, processing like roll up or join based processing, then we use partition by key, so that the same key groups go into the same partition, and therefore the actual functionality of the target component can be achieved because they are going to work on some groups, right? And if the same group data is available in two different partitions, then the task achievement is not going to happen, right? Finally, okay, and the majorly departitioning components. So whenever we departition from many ways to less number of ways, then we use gather or merge depending upon the requirement. So gather doesn't gather combines the record based on the availability of its input port. So as and when the input ports is available, data is available on input ports, it will be processing. It won't wait for a particular key or a particular ordering. So it doesn't respect the order. It doesn't give the output on the. We cannot expect a particular order from the gather's output. Okay, and if we want to consider the ordered input or ordered output, then merge is going to be used. Okay. So let's talk about different buzzword or different concept relating to partitioning. And then parallelly, we are going to see actual examples. So partitioning is to partition can be achieved using always with MFS. It's is it always with MFS? No. We can have a files, many serial files, and still we can achieve the parallel processing, right? So if you go to the when we specifying the layout, you go to the custom and you give the many more parallel serial files, and you can assign. Okay, so the component would be then running in parallel. So we don't have always have the same MF multifile system to be created for any component to process parallel, right? So this is that. And the degree of parallelism would depend upon the number of serial files which we have assigned using the component in the layout of the in the custom layout, right? When we specify MFS, then the degree of parallelism would be the depth of the parallelism, right? So, and is it the multi-file system or partitioning is always impactful? Do we have always impact, or is it enhancing or processing or enhancing the speed of the graph, or no, it's not necessary, because if we have a simple operations like filter or reformatting, so it doesn't really impact because there is no lot more computation involved in those filtering and reformatting. Then we don't necessarily use the multi-file system, right? So, I mean, if we have to use the multi-file system, then the components like rollup, scan, or join components, if those kind of components are involved, right, or maybe sorting components are involved, then only it's impactful, really impactful. Okay. So that we also need to think about while determining the the processing of the graph, whether we are using the multi-file system or not, right? And we talked about skew. So there are two ways to I have already discussed this double roll-up scenario in one of my previous video sessions when we were talking about roll-up scenarios or something, or maybe the design solution. So double roll-up is whenever we have highly skewed data. So what we do is, and we need to have to get the some kind of summary or grouping or some of, let's say, summation of the salary of the employees or in a particular department. So if that kind of scenario is desired, then what is going to happen is, and we have skewed data. So what we do is, and we need to run our processing in parallel because it's a highly it's a high volume data. So what we do is we do the partition by round robin so that some kind of group, some kind of partitioning we are using, and still the rollup is not going to achieve the target results, but still there would be some kind of grouping is going to happen. That will depend upon the how rollup or how partition by round robin is going to work, right? So, but the skew is going to be minimized in that case, and also the resultant number of records from the first rollup is going to be reduced, right? So if we are specifying 1 million record and we are giving to the partition by round robin and then roll up, so there will be at least a reduction of 90% or 80% number of records, right? And then again we can use the partition by key, and then we can use the key based roll up, right? So that is one more scenarios we have already talked about. I wanted to discuss in connection with the partitioning processing, right? Because it's using the both the importance of having a partition by round robin and partition by key components, right? It reflects in this kind of scenario basically. And the sorting, what is the how sorting is related to the partition. So when we talk about key based processing like join or roller, so what we do is we do the partition by key and then sort, so in partitioning doesn't really impact the sorting. If we have already the sorted data, we don't have to sort it again. We just pass through the partition by key and employ and input into feed into the downstream component. Okay. And if we don't have partitioned sorted data, then we can do is we can do the partitioning and then sort, right? Okay, so yeah, then partitioning with the join and roll up. So what we do is, so join and roll up or scan or other key based processing. So if we want to run these components in parallel, so what is going to happen is we need to, because these are key based components, and we need to partition the data for a certain key, so that for a particular group, for a particular partition, all the records having the same group would go into the same partition, and then the operation would happen, all right, based on certain key. So we do the partition by key and sort, or maybe a partition by key, and then feed into the join component and feed into the roll up component, and then the processing would happen, and the processing would be happening in parallel and in isolated manner. So the partition 0 is not going to talk to partition 1 while processing the join component, right? So let's see what are the different scenarios in partitioning. Let's look into these snippet actually. So if you can look at the little bit enlarging the little snippet of graph, rough graph design. So these are in connection with the parallel partitioning. So many times we have a question on while designing the solution, or maybe some interview questions, right? So what we are going to do, we have 32-way partitioning, or let's say some 64-way partitioning, and you want to achieve lower degree of parallel file. So simple answer is you use the departition components if it is the reduction of multiples of 16 is 30 into 2 is 32. So 16 is a 32 is a multiple of exact multiple of 32. So just to use the gather, but gather should be running on gather should be running on target way actually. I labeled it wrongly. Actually, it should running on a 16-way parallel. Okay. So I should specify here it is a 16-way. Okay. It's wrong here in example number 1. So the parallel departitioning component would be running on parallel target. The layout of the gather would be 16-way. Okay. So this is a mistake. Okay. So this is a simple answer. So gather would not take care about the ordering and the keys and all, right? If we have anyway partitioning of 32-way and we want anyway partitioning of 16-way, just do it. The simplest way of within using one component, you can do this, right? Simple. If we want to achieve 8-way parallelism, 4-way parallelism, 2-way parallelism, we can do it. Or one-way parallelism, like if we want to create a serial files also can be done using this. So this is example number 1. Now, only mistake is this gather should be running on target degree of parallelism, right? This you need to take care of it. Okay, so let's talk about scenario number 2. I could enlarge a little more. It's going right side. So okay, let me come this now. Now, so if you want to achieve a different, it's not a 9 is not 32 is not a complete multiple of 9. So then there is a different mechanism altogether. And we don't have to take care of the key. So use the round partition one round robin and gather component, and this is all to all flow. So you need to take care of 3 things when you do the parallel partitioning. Partitioning component, all to all flow, and gather. Partition by round robin, the partitioning component would be running on source degree of parallelism, and the departitioning component is going to run on target degree of parallelism, and there would be a all to all flow among between those 2 components, right? So if you don't think about anything else, and it is not a key based processing, and you don't have to take care of ordering, use partition or round robin, all to all flow, and gather component. Okay, take care about the layout of these 2 components, and your job is done. Okay, now let's talk about scenario number 3. What is the scenario number 3 is we have a sorted key based processing over here. So there is a different thing over here. So we have sorted data which is 32-way parallel, right? And we need to achieve the 9-way parallel, because this kind of scenario happens whenever we have different degree of parallelism in different environments. So things are the production mostly would be running on highly depth parallel 64-way or 32-way kind of parallel, but our development environment would be a kind of less parallel, right? So if it is a that kind of scenario, we create these graphs with to do answer these services, right? To do this kind of stuff on day-to-day basis. If any failure happens in production, and we need to get the file from production into the lower environment, and then we need to diagnose the issue. So in that kind of scenario, these kind of things happens. And also in large setup schema, right? Whenever we have purely highly lengthy graphs, and you can use these kind of things, right? In a more precise manner, right? Okay, now let's talk about scenario number 3. Then we have partitioning, and we need to respect the order of the records. Then use the partition by key component, and and the merge component. You need to take care the degree of parallelism of partitioning and departitioning component, and also you need to make sure that this flow is all-to-all flow among between those two components, right? So let's talk about scenario number 4. Scenario number 4 is exact multiple of it, but also because it's in a key-based processing, and also the key is different. Let's say 16-way parallel, and my key is different. Here I, let's say, my 32-way sorted data on based on what? Based on customer ID probably, and we have some different ID over here. So in that kind of scenario, parallel partitioning or parallel repartitioning is required. Basically, we call it as a parallel repartitioning. So we call a partition by key component and having higher degree of parallelism running, and then all-to-all flow, and then departitioning component, the merge component having a degree of parallelism of layout, the target layout, right? Target degree of parallelism, right? Because why we are merge is because it's kind of but it's relatively low performance, but it's going to respect the order of the records now. These kind of scenarios, right? So let's talk about these scenarios when we have input data and we have output data and we have partition by key component and then rollup. So rollup has an input as an implicit gather over here, so we don't have to take care of gather component explicitly. So we have a partition by key component, and that partition by key component would ensure that same key grouping record would go into the same partition, and then for a particular partition, the gather will happen, and the rollup is going to run on the same partition data. The degree of parallelism, the output table would be same as the rollup the layout. Okay. So these are the different scenarios, simple scenarios, but they can be effective in large scheme of design, and you need to take care of these while designing your solutions and while employing these partitioning processing on your use cases. Okay, so thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel. We are going to talk about different processing layout and data layout, how why we are having a processing layout and data layout differently when we are running container based jobs, object container initiative, OCI container jobs, and Kubernetes and Docker mechanisms, and the processing with cloud storage. So these kind of concepts, which are also important with respect to parallel processing. So yeah, in subsequent sections of parallel processing, we are going to touch upon the advanced topics related to OCI and cloud storage, and how differently we design our graphs or solutions in cloud-based environment and container related jobs. Okay, thank you so much.